It's the question that we all wish we had the perfect answer to. How to be happy.
Well, Kaylee is here to put us on the right track in answering that question with a few things to do. Kaylee, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
We're excited you're here and we want to dive right in. Let's start talking about, we want to embrace where we are at today.
Yep. Step one to how to be a lot happier. You're where you are.
Right.
Period. You can't change the past. We can't change other people. Except where you're at the moment. That doesn't mean you have to like it. That doesn't mean you have to want to stay there all the time. But okay, this is where I am. This is what's happened. This is where people are. This is where I am. This is what I want. And here's my next steps. Here's my plan to move forward and change and adapt or do things like that. Like if you're like, okay, I don't want to be single anymore. I can't just harp on that and obsess over that all the time. Like, hey, I'm single.
Accept it.
Accept it. Here are the things I'm doing to change that. But I'm good where I'm at right now. I can't be upset about that. I'm not going to be bitter about that. It's like, okay, that's where I'm at right now.
Well, it's such a good reminder to surrender, because whenever you do fight against what is true, that's where that turmoil comes from. You say that you can still say, I want more.
Yeah.
I want something else, but then we start to make a plan to get there.
That's right. You can't just sit there and wait for things to happen to you. You just go, okay, this is where I'm at. I'd like this to be different. Cool. What do I need to do to make that different? Do I need to go to therapy? Do I need to go join a social group? Do I need to change my job? Do I need to end that relationship? Like, take the steps to be where you want to be, but stop being upset about what's happened to you and where you're at. Just accept it. It's your responsibility. Now make a plan to move forward.
Do you think that sometimes you need a friend, you need a buddy to kind of, hey, I'm thinking about going to therapy. What do you think? Kind of help you through it and bounce those ideas off each other, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think that can be really important. What about getting offline when you're really struggling?
So this kind of leads to my second point, is stay offline when you're struggling. And this is why. So I'm studying cyber psychology right now. I'm getting my master's in it. I love it. It's super cool.
Fascinating.
How technology impacts us. And one thing I found really fascinating was back in 2007, before we even had even more social media, more online access, they did a study for lonely people on Facebook. So if you were feeling lonely, you went on Facebook, you left feeling more lonely. If you felt connected and you were on Facebook, you ended up feeling more connected. And there are more studies across all sorts of things, wherever you're at right now. So if you're going online and browsing social media when you're depressed, you'll be more depressed.
Oh, interesting. So it has to do with your state at any given time.
Yeah, the internet and social media just amplify wherever you're at, for good and for bad. So if you're feeling connected and happy and excited, going online actually helps you feel more connected and happy and excited.
And you said there's a study to back this up. This is fascinating, because there are moments when I go on and I feel inspired, right? I feel like, wow, I'm learning some things. And then there's moments I go on and I feel completely different. And I had no idea that has to do with my state of mind. It's just exacerbating how I'm feeling.
Exactly. So one of my things I'm working on, when I'm anxious, I love to just go online. I'm like, I'm going to go numb. I don't want to feel it. But I feel like crap afterward. And then I read the study. I was like, oh, that's why. I'm amplifying wherever I'm at. I don't know what it is about technology. I'm still studying and learning. And it's cool because it's constantly developing, because this is still new, right?
Yes.
So it's really cool to see. So I'm not sure exactly why it works, but it does. And notice.
It does.
It amplifies wherever you're at.
There is something to that.
Yeah, so when you're not in a good place, stay offline. Go, oh, I want to go numb. Oh, wait, that's going to make this worse.
Yes.
I need to do something else.
Okay, and then wrapping up, let's talk about finding your mission. This is a huge one, knowing your purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we are tied to short-term things, like when we lose that job, when we lose that relationship, when something falls through we're looking forward to, it feels like the end of the world, because when that's all we had to look forward to, or what was next for us, that is what was our world. So when you think about what your mission is in life, your bigger picture, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything like nonprofit, religion, even though those can absolutely be it. But there has to be something that has to be more. I truly believe that everyone is here to change the world on small and big scale. It all varies, depending on who we are and our gifts and our desires and our ambitions. We're all here to change the world. So we need to understand what that means. And the first step to doing that when we don't know is answering one question, and that is, what are the 3 things that I want people to feel when they're around me?
I love that. Okay, we're running out of time, but I want you to quickly just say what your 3 are.
I want people to feel safe, loved, and empowered.
Ooh.
And so everything I do in my life, my job, how I act, how I behave, what I work on next, is to help not only other people feel that around me, but to help me feel that way with myself.
You're so inspiring, and we need more of you. Please come back to us, but please tell our viewers where they can find you in the meantime.
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Honestly, just connect with me anytime. I love talking about the things I'm working on improving, and I love talking with other people.
You're so knowledgeable and so inspiring. We'll be thinking of our 3 things. Thank you so much, Kate.